the water supply situation. I know it sounds strange to some of you who barely know what I'm talking about because you get no supply, but you have those who get the supply, and they also complained not long ago of the kinds of challenge that they're going through. But this morning we're joined by Mr. Shayo Holloway, who is the General Manager, Lagos Water Corporation, the Group Managing Director. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, I know, perhaps you give us, what is the current situation now with water supply in the state?
Well, about 10 days ago, the independent power plant, 12.15 megawatts, which supplies power to the major waterworks of Iju and developed technical faults. And since then, the service provider, Akute Power Limited, swung into action, and they've been working on it. All things being equal, by Friday, we should be able to normalize production. I must also point out that production was not completely paralyzed because the Iju Waterworks, which has an installed capacity of 45 million gallons per day, was still in production. Adion was affected. Adion, with an installed capacity of 70 million gallons per day, was the one which was affected. However, we connected Adion to PHCN. So Adion was running and producing on PHCN. But given the challenges of PHCN, as we all know, that affected level of production.
Okay, because we actually do have a reporter. Cameras went around town. They took a look at some of the things that were going on with that sector. And perhaps we'll bounce the report back if we can now, so that you get a perspective of what it is, and we'll continue from there.
Professionals have a critical role to play in the growth of our economy by promptly paying their taxes.
A usual call from a government to its people in a bid to carry out its responsibility, one of which is the provision of potable water. Lagos State, with its about 18 million residents, requires 540 million gallons of water daily, out of which only 40%, which is 216 million, is met by the government.
We use tap water, but over a month now, the thing just cut off. No water anymore.
We are fetching well and all that, so the thing has been paining us. We don't like it.
The public water from Water Corporation, for about 3 weeks now, it has not been running. And we've been paying on monthly basis. They bring bills. At least, they should just give us water.
Following this, individuals have had to seek ways of satisfying their needs, most available being boreholes. But this has implications.
We have a lot of iron in our both the land and let me say the soil as well as the water. So in most cases, you will always find some copious amount of iron in that particular water. So sometimes before it even settles down, you see it turns brown. And you know, in sinking boreholes too, the experts, they know where exactly to stop. You know, we are almost on top of water in Lagos. And so down deep, if you don't know where to stop and you go deeper, more, or you did not strike the real water table over there, you may not enjoy quality water as far as Lagos is concerned.
In certain cases, you have people building very close to either you have industrial estate, people digging borehole near industrial estate, or even take where our dump site at Olusosun Najota there, where you have people who have gone to build very close to dump sites. So the leachate coming from the waste automatically, contaminate water and various things.
The implication of this is that the most suitable source of water is from the government. This is where a major portion of the answer to the needs, the water needs of Lagosians lie at Adion Waterworks. Even though it is located in Ogun State, it is the responsibility of the Lagos State government and has the capacity to produce 70 million gallons of water per day, even though at the moment it is only at 60% production capacity. The source of water for Adiyan is about 8 kilometers away in Akute. After treating the water, it is distributed to areas of the state, some of which are Ogudu, Ikorodu, Ikeja and Bariga. There is also Iju Waterworks with a capacity to produce 45 million gallons of water daily, although it is producing 60% before its present rehabilitation. The rehabilitation involves cleaning 8 tanks which are 13 feet deep where water is stored and is expected to last to December 2012. The work also extends to Ishasi Waterworks, which is the third major source of water with a capacity of 4 million gallons daily and located along Badagry axis. To support water production, the government has delved into mini waterworks, which are spread in various areas of the state. These efforts, however, are not sufficiently impactful, owing to impediments, which the government says it is working on.
The mini waterworks are not able to operate optimally because of poor power supply from the national grid. However, in spite of that, Lagos Water Corporation endeavors as much as possible to provide diesel to be able to power the mini waterworks with generating sets.
The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations has said that by 2025, 1.8 billion people, which is 2/3 of the world, will be living under water stress condition. The hope to escape this for Lagos State lies in the actualization of the master plan of the state government, which it says aims to produce over 7 million gallons daily by 2020, as well as the efficient management of the resources by individuals.
There you have it, the challenge of water supply in the state as highlighted in that report. But yes, you were talking about what went wrong and it wasn't completely that bad. But you had people who complained. Do you think your agency or corporation handled it properly in terms of information dissemination to the people, explaining what happened?
Yes, because when the problem first occurred, we went on the radio to make announcements that we were having problems and work was ongoing. The critical issue was putting more pressure on the power supplier to ensure that production was reinstated as soon as possible. Spare parts had to be flown in from abroad. As I said, by Friday, normalization of operation should be in place.
You know, all of that wouldn't have been a problem if your corporation had allowed people to go ahead. Not that you stopped them, but there was this warning you brought concerning boreholes. If everyone had a borehole the way they were going about it, don't you think that would have helped the situation? But you went about it. There was a time you came out with a release saying that, well, people should be careful the way they fix boreholes in their homes.
Yes, thank you. That is not exactly correct, but we still maintain the key issue is proliferation of boreholes. Overpumping of groundwater has serious adverse environmental impacts, land subsidence, and Lagos State being a littoral state bounded by the Atlantic Ocean. With overpumping, there's a tendency for saline intrusion. So 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you would have salt water from the Atlantic Ocean migrating into the ground aquifer. These boreholes will be rendered useless, unusable. Our boreholes serving our 38 mini waterworks will also be rendered unusable. What the government, what Lagos Water Corporation is saying is that where we have confirmed mains on streets with good pressure, we wish to implore members of the public to please migrate from these boreholes to public water mains. Without any doubt, we are not able to offer 100% coverage. Lagos State is a nation state with a population of over 18 million. It is projected that by year 2020, the population will rise to about 29 million, which will make Lagos State the third largest megacity in the world after Mumbai and
we haven't even gotten close.
And Beijing.
We haven't even gotten close.
Yeah,
but
yes,
the crux of the matter at the moment here is the rates, the water rates. Well, Lagosians, they say, well, they woke up someday and realized that there's been an increase.
No, talking about water rate increase, our tariff is one of the lowest in the country. We operate
compared with
in the country compared to other states. In fact, in West Africa, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
We operate two billing regimes: flat billing, whereby we charge you a fixed amount per month for all the water you can consume or waste. Flat billing ranges from 100 naira per month to 2,400 naira per month. 2,400 naira per month is just about 80 naira per day. Now, the metered billing, which unfortunately only represents less than 1% of our total database.
1%?
Less than 1% of our total database is only 50 naira per cubic meter. About 99% of our billing system is flat billing. So with flat billing, there's a lot of wastage.
When you say flat billing, for those who may not get it immediately, is that almost what they do with electricity when you talk about billing via estimation?
No, it is not billing via estimation. It is a fixed amount, which is graduated across the communities. For instance, multi-room tenement buildings in areas such as Mushi, Ajegunle may pay about 100 naira per month. A property in Ikoyi, 2,400 naira per month. These rates are abysmally low.
Okay.
In the first instance, these rates have been in existence for over 15 years. There have been an increase in cost of living, cost of diesel. 15 years ago, we know how much diesel was selling for. We know how much diesel is today, 175 naira per liter.
Mr. Holloway,
yes.
My colleagues have teased me like 500 times on this program because apparently not so many Lagosians have access to the Lagos State Water Corporation or water from Lagos State Water Corporation, and I happen to use it. Now, going from my own experience of the methods through which or by which people are informed, we all know that water is an essential service. First of all, would like to know, is the Lagos State Water Corporation being run as an essential service, something that is a service to the public, or is it been run as a profitable venture?
No, we don't run it as a profitable venture. We're not supposed to run it as such. We're supposed to recover costs and have a little aside to improve services. As I said, the rates which we charge now need to be reviewed upwards. However, that is not even our major focus now. We are emphasizing more on the demand side management, demand side or downstream management, because without adequate focus on that, you'll find that you are just running to catch up with demand. Presently, the current water demand in Lagos State for a population of over 18 million is about 540 million gallons per day. We have installed capacity, as at today, of 210, giving a demand gap of about 330 million gallons per day.
You're not able to meet that demand as it stands presently, but even the ones that you supply, how portable is the water? Because people can recall a time when their water would literally smell of chlorine. I mean, to show you how clean it was. Now it seems we've moved to an era where you can't, sometimes you're not even sure of the quality of water that you're getting.
Well, I can assure you, we stand by the quality of water we produce in our waterworks. We've got 3 major waterworks and 38 mini waterworks all over the state. Each waterworks has a laboratory that analyzes the raw water coming in to determine the amount of chemicals to be used to treat it, and the filtered or finished treated water is also analyzed to ensure that it's in compliance with the World Health Organization standard before we pump it out. The challenges we have, one of the challenges we have is that down the line during distribution, due to illegal connections, people connecting from 2-3 streets away, past their service pipes, through drains or the edges of drains to prevent them from being damaged by vehicular traffic.
Okay.
With time, there's leakage, and that causes intrusion. We have a zero tolerance on that, and we disconnect them.
In addition to that, I mean, there's this stereotype
Yes.
that it's only houses that were built in the olden days that are connected to the Lagos State water supply.
Yeah.
And so even my duplex, and how people like that think that, come on, I have nothing to do with the State Water Corporation because my house was built recently, and if those ones were built at that time, they can enjoy it. So when people say, Mark, well, is your house built in those days? Because if you have water, people just don't have. How do you get people to come on board in the first instance?
Well, public enlightenment, and presently we have a 40% service coverage. We have developed a master plan.
But you have new buildings connecting?
Yes, new buildings
how
connecting.
does it, what's the procedure?
New buildings connecting. We advertise, inform the public to get in touch with our various, we've got 31 zonal offices. Each waterworks has a zonal office attached to it, and the public can walk in there to make a request for connection. And besides, we've got a toll-free number, 0800 Lagos Water. 0800 Lagos Water. People can call and make requests, and we'll provide them with connection.
How many new buildings have been connected to Lagos State Water Corporation recently?
Several. That is an open-ended question, but several new buildings have been connected. Presently, we have over 700,000 housing units connected to our system. The figure varies on a monthly basis. On the average, we get about 50 new properties that request for connection.
Apart from Ikoyi, Victoria Island, Surulere, Ikeja,
yes.
Where else do they get your water? Because well, we have to stay on that
yes.
matter. You're not totally spread across Lagos.
We are very, very much spread across Lagos. As we speak, we're about to complete, work is ongoing on the completion of a 4 million gallons waterworks at Otaikosi. That is between Ikorodu and Ekpe. It will be completed in July. It will serve 11 communities. With the rapid growth of Lagos Water Corporation is virtually all over Lagos. We've got 38 mini waterworks, 3 major waterworks, Iju, Adiyan, and Ishasi. Ishasi serves the western axis, Ishasi to Festac. Iju and Adiyan serve the metropolis. Both jointly are responsible for 90% of the water consumed in the metropolis.
The biggest local government in Lagos, Alimosho?
Alimosho.
You're not there?
We are there, and
not very visible.
Yes, but we are working towards that. It's part of the master plan which we have made. We are in the process of awarding the construction of Adiyan Phase 2. We're adding another 70 million gallons to the existing basket of waterworks. Adiyan Phase 2 will mainly or majorly serve the western axis of the state, Alimosho, Abule Egba, all the way down to Festac and Apapa, further strengthening the hydraulics within the metropolis, and also serve Ikorodu Township.
These are all plans in the pipeline.
Yes,
the master plan.
They are ongoing. They are ongoing.
They are ongoing
Yes.
plans, because I mean, when we read our statistics saying
Yes.
that in 15 years, most of the boreholes, if not all the boreholes in Lagos, will be condemned, and we might not be able to use them. And people are wondering, okay, if I'm not able to use my borehole, where's the alternative? Those questions are important.
That is why this government is doing so much. This government has done so much in the last 10 years. A lot has been done in the water sector. We're still doing more. We are in the process of finalizing the procurement of Odomola water scheme, which is going to be situated in Ekpe. It will supply the Ekpe, Lekki, Aja, Victoria Island, Ikoyi axis. That is going to be a 210 million gallons per day water scheme to be constructed in 3 phases. 5 years from now, when the water demand of Lagos State is projected to rise to 760 million gallons per day, we would have put in place water infrastructure of about 626 million gallons per day. So you can see that we are gradually closing that gap.
What do we say to those who do not have water now? I mean, those who said they have not had water in 3 weeks and it's still ongoing, how soon are they going to get their water?
By Friday, the public will see a marked improvement.
Friday this week?
This Friday, yes. There will be a marked improvement.